Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Monday, January 11th. Now, we don't have any open meetings to tell you about today, so we'll just jump right to who's on our show. And of course, we have Jeff Parker here, who's here to give us a Laguna Woods update. And then we have Joan Milliman, who is here to give us a Golden Rain Foundation update. And she is just such a lovely lady, so she's got lots of information to share. Now, let's go ahead and jump to our COVID-19 resources for you, which we kind of need now more than ever right now to sort of figure out what's going on. COVID19.ca.gov is where you can follow along with the governor's reopening plans. OCCovid19.OCHealthInfo.com is where you can get all of the information regarding vaccinations and the phases. And you can also just go to OCHealthInfo.com and you can search for what you're specifically looking for. Or you can call the hotline at 714-834-2000. Of course, we have our website, which is Laguna Woods Village Alerts.com, where you can get all of the latest information regarding COVID vaccinations and testing. Or you can email us at info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. All right, let's take a look at our weather. It is lovely today. We didn't have any fog this morning. And it's going to just get better as the week goes on. We are going to be warming up by the end of the week. But today we're looking at mostly sunshine with 71.49. Tomorrow mostly sunny with 74.52. Sunshine on Wednesday, 73.55. And nice and warm on Thursday, 78.57. And then Friday, 77.54. Very nice. Now, our sunrise this morning was 6:56. And our sunset will be at 5:02. And Debbie Byrne, thank you so much for sending in this photo. This was done in Laguna Beach, and they did that mostly over the summertime. But nonetheless, it is a gorgeous photo, so thank you for sending that in. If you'd like to participate in our photo submission, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. When we come back, we will sit down with Jeff Parker, so stay tuned.
By staying home, the community of Orange County has made a difference. But doing so shouldn't mean putting your own health at risk. Hogue wants you to know that safe, quality care is available. Don't ignore or delay the medical attention you need. From routine checkups to revolutionary treatments, Hogue is here for you, just as we have been for almost 70 years. Like no other time before, your healthcare choices matter. Get the care you need from the name you trust.
At Diane's Hallmark, we're ready for Valentine's Day. Are you? Come in and see our great selection of cards and gifts. We have everything you need to show that special someone how much you care. And don't forget those grandkids either. Diane's Hallmark has many cards and gifts for them as well. Diane's Hallmark is located in the Marketplace Center, right next to Hobby Lobby. We have something for everyone. Come in today and take care of all your Valentine's Day needs.
You struggle to hear during FaceTime or Zoom calls, or when others are wearing a mask? We have an answer. Hi, I'm Ann Mundell-Noel, audiologist and owner of Amazing Hearing. The Widex Moment is the fastest processing hearing aid available. Faster processing means the best clarity possible for you. Join us at our Widex Moment hearing event going on now and experience what our patients are saying.
The Moment hearing aid has changed my life.
Call us today to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back. Live, Jeff Parker here, fresh off the weekend. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. It was, unfortunately, my Bears lost. But,
I know. I'm very sad. But I brought out baby Brutus.
There you go for tonight's game.
Tonight's game for Ohio State. Go Bucks. So at least you can vote, root for him.
No, but it was a nice, quiet weekend and beautiful weather. So it was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Well, good. Well, I know you want to report on whatever COVID stuff is happening here in our Orange County and Laguna Woods Village.
Yeah, I have a couple of things. Want to talk about numbers first, I guess. We'll start with that. With regards to probably the critical things that we saw, unfortunately saw more deaths this weekend. 29 on Friday, as we talked about, and then 50 were reported yesterday. So that's the highest number I think that they've reported in a single day at 50, so that's real unfortunate. The cases are at 3121. That is up again from Friday, which was about 2,700. And also up is the ICU beds. So that's obviously a serious concern because that's what can lead, unfortunately, to deaths or severe illnesses from that perspective. The actual hospitalizations are actually down a little bit, so it's kind of a little yin and yang. So fewer people admitted into the overall hospitalization, but unfortunately the ICU numbers are up a little bit.
You know, it was interesting. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
okay.
but just based on that particular point alone, is that yesterday they were reporting numbers across the United States, but California was not highlighted as increase, which is strange because you'd think based on what we've been seeing that we're going to be seeing increases, but we didn't.
Yeah, it's real interesting because they keep talking about this wave that's coming and going, and you know, so some days when they get reportable numbers, it seems like it's holding steady, which is great. The hospitalizations, if they can hold steady, then that means they're getting enough recovery time for the staffing and everything to address the people that are in ICU.
Okay.
So that's really good from that perspective. In the village, i.e. the city of Laguna Woods is how the reporting area is. Unfortunately, we're up there, so we have to look at that. The numbers have gone up to 253. That's a jump from 237 cases just on Friday, so it's another 20 cases. Fortunately, our death number for the city of Laguna Woods still stays at 12, so that's good.
Oh, still super low.
So that is super low, so that's good news from our perspective. Again, we'll kind of keep focusing on that percentages of that daily rate. As you can see, we're up now to 67 cases per 100,000. That used to be in the 50s. It used to be way down in the 30s, and under 10 when we were talking about getting into that moderate level. It's disappointing that we continue to see this, but this isn't just Orange County, and this isn't just Laguna Woods or the village. It's all over the country and throughout the state. So we're on the stay-at-home order. Got extended, and that's basically through the month of January to the end of January. So again, remind people to go on the websites, understand what that stay-at-home order means, what you can do and can't do.
Right.
So be careful, wear your mask, watch the social distancing and washing hands. It's the same thing. But we know that people have to go out and get groceries, but that's the one area where you can unfortunately see the COVID virus spreading is in those open areas. So that's why the mask wearing and the glove wearing and the washing your hands area is so important.
Well, right, and I think now what we're seeing is more close to home type of numbers, not necessarily just in Laguna Woods area, but we're now hearing of people who are close to us, like some family members that might be, it just seems like it's getting a little closer to home rather than seeing it from afar.
And we've had in the organization, I want to tell our residents that, we've had COVID situations with our employees who have tested positive in a couple of cases where we know based on when we do the research that it's not here at the village that they're getting COVID-19. It's at home or in a family situation. Right. And so the critical for us, as soon as we know that, they're quarantined. Right. Anybody that has direct contact is quarantined, and the notification process. So it is impacting us sometimes with regards to our operations, but our key is keeping people safe.
Right.
And that's number one, if it's employees or our residents, keeping them notified, keeping them safe so that we can control the spread of this virus as much as possible.
Excellent, excellent. And I know you have some resources for us.
Yeah, I wanted to mention one of the things that I mentioned that we had talked and had a meeting with the city the other day, and with Chris Macon, city manager, and he brought up the fact that they're having cost-free walk-up COVID-19 testing that is going to be at City Hall there every Wednesday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that's at the Laguna Woods City Hall, which is at 24264 El Toro Road. And you do need to make an appointment. So appointments are required. You need to bring an ID information or an insurance card if available.
Okay.
And wear a mask, obviously.
Okay.
And results are, they're indicating that results would be available in 72 hours.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So again, this is another opportunity for our residents. If you haven't been tested, if you are feeling some symptoms or you think you need to get tested, go in and get tested. Here's a free opportunity at the city.
That is great. I mean, that's really convenient. You don't have to go someplace far like I know some people were. You know, I've been seeing things kind of popping up in parking lots. So that's really good to know that you can go somewhere right around here.
And I do know, we're again having that conversation with Memorial today.
Yes.
And then one on Friday, we'll be able to bring more information. I know that there now is a lot of emphasis on moving into the vaccine and how do we get the vaccine out. I heard a report this morning that Dodger Stadium, which has been a big COVID-19 testing facility, is now being shifted over to, they want to be a hub for the vaccine. So same way in Orange County, I think they want to go to what I'll call super areas of distribution. And so whether that's going to be 5 or 3 or we haven't heard precisely yet. And we are trying to make the effort here for our residents to work with Memorial Care and see if we can get something done in our own directive.
That'll be great. I mean, I think that will be very helpful to everybody, like you said, especially maybe those who don't have the means to get to where they may be having this. So, all right, excellent. Anything else?
That's the main thing. I did want to mention that we are looking at some scheduling changes with regards to our pool operations. We'll have some more details coming out this week, but really what we were looking at is how people are utilizing it in the evenings and shifting some hours so we get more swim time on pool 1 in the mornings, which is a pretty active time. So we're just doing some minor adjustments, but we'll get that information out this week.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you on Friday.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right. And stay tuned because we have Joan Milliman coming up and she's going to give us a GRF update. So stay tuned.
To help stop the coronavirus, the CDC recommends to avoid contact with people who are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue, then throw the tissue in the trash. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces. Stay home when you are sick, except to get medical care. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. For more information, contact the CDC. A message from Village Management Services.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Joan Milliman, who is here on behalf of GRF. Well, Joan, thank you. It's been a while. How are you?
Just fine. It's nice to see you too.
I know.
Even if it's
It's
this
the
way.
only way we can do it for now. And, you know, you're still, but you still have to follow those procedures, even though you're on Zoom, right?
Right.
Good. Well, that's good. Well, I'm glad you're doing good and you look great. So you are here on behalf of GRF. So what do you got for us?
A couple of things. We had a corporate meeting Monday where we elected a new board member. So we have a new board member with Maggie Blackwell.
Oh, okay.
And we had an organizational meeting because we lost our treasurer. So we had to elect a new treasurer. And we got through the election up to the voting point, and then there was a tie. So we continued the voting till the next day. So what happened with that was we elected James Hopkins as the new treasurer, and James had been the second vice president, so he left a vacancy. So we elected Don Tibbetts as our second vice president.
Wow, a lot of movement.
Yeah, a lot of that. So The old officers are still the same, with Bunny Carpenter president and Egon Garthoffner first vice president and myself as secretary. So that was all cleared up. Then we got to the actual new business, and the first thing we talked about was a new strategic planning committee charter, which was approved. The main focus of the strategic planning committee is to work with the managing agent in developing strategic plans and all the aspects that are included on that. It's quite a detailed committee.
Mm-hmm.
So that was all part of the charter. Then the next thing we worked on was GRF committee appointments, which were approved, and that's a huge list. But there is a new ad hoc committee under maintenance and construction, the Energy Solutions ad hoc committee, which is now new and always a part of us. They advise us on the best ways to save energy and what the latest, not techniques, but the latest software and equipment is in the field. And Sue Stevens is chairing that.
Mm-hmm.
We had a discussion. Go ahead. Yeah,
No, that's
just
okay.
jump
That
in.
sounds like that's a great committee, you know, because you always need to know about those things, and who doesn't want to save money?
Well, and there's so much being done in the field right now, including solar energy and wind energy and you know, grids and one thing and another. And it's a tough field to keep up on because it changes daily. And then the energy, well, we all know how much it costs us with electricity being our main source. Mm-hmm. And we had a discussion on the frequency of committee meetings because everybody's worried there's so many, and we're going to be working on cutting them down and refining those. That's just part of it. Then new business, we had an amendment to the Department of Recreation Special Events Department, where people can now obtain fee-based security services when hosting special events as deemed necessary by the department. Well, lots of times, you know, we have large crowds, or there's lots of money, or whatever. There's things that need security there. So to determine whether you have to have extra security is determined by the type of location or estimated attendance, the serving of alcoholic beverages, whether there's a high-profile guest there and or a high-profile event that might draw attention from the news media. So all those things are taken into consideration by the Recreation Department.
Okay.
And so now you can get that security for about, I think it's $40 an hour, and that would be included in the contract for that event. That's pretty much the main things that we decided. Okay. And those were the activities. Then we had committee reports after that. So I wanted to highlight a couple of things from the reports, just so everybody knows. First thing, the Equestrian Center ad hoc committee lets us know that through the Village Community Fund, people can make donations to the herd. It's called Help the Herd. Mm-hmm. And if they check the Village Community Fund website, this is launching in February. But the money that's donated goes directly to the Equestrian Center to help, you know, with all the things they need there. Mm-hmm. And you get credit for it as a donation. So
that's great.
Yeah. Landscape Committee reports that the creek is looking good. They've had a huge creek cleanup, and they found one male pond turtle.
Oh.
One pond turtle.
One pond turtle in that whole place.
Yeah, well, we're hoping there'll be more, but anyway. Media and Communications reports that the Breeze is now on electronics, and you can, so when you read the Breeze online, you can actually go to the links that are there rather quickly. Of course, it's a coffee table publication right now, so I don't know that we don't just limit it, you know, keep the
Right. I mean,
the
it's
book.
nice to have the physical thing, because it's not like you're carrying
yeah.
your computer around, watching everything, or your iPad, and your phone is too darn
No.
small.
Yeah. And there's always good stuff in there that you need, daily, frankly.
Right.
The next meeting of the Media and Communications is going to have a broadband group it's called the Broadband Group, and they're consultants. They report on our cable system, and they're researching that right now and seeing how, cable is on its way out in the future, and we're looking at what we can do to make it, convenient for keep our TV. We will keep that, but there's a lot to be considered. So that there'll be a full report to the board probably the next month, but our next meeting will have that. One thing I need to tell you is, security and community access says that, as of January 1st, we're not using decals anymore.
Right.
We're just using the RFID on your headlight. So you can scrape it off or keep it or whatever you want to do, but it's the RFID, the radio frequency ID, that will be letting you in and out of the village. And if you don't have one, you're going to have to get one. And I think they cost, what, $75? Is it that much? Or $25? I forget. Anyway, it's not terrible, but please, you can't get in and out without it. And further, the Security Committee advised that try to keep a fire extinguisher in your kitchen, because most of the fires that start are in the kitchen, and people leave the stoves on or whatever, and they get going and they smolder, and it's best to have a handy fire extinguisher somewhere. So that's pretty much all I have. We're going to meet with the corporate members on January 18th to approve the new bylaws for GRF, but that's kind of it. That's the report.
Well, that's a great update. I mean, it's always interesting to know that you've got new people and you've shifted people around, and then of course you've got some new committees, which are, good stuff. I mean, you gotta keep things fresh, and you gotta, keep business going. So thank you for the update.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. It was a pleasure.
All right, Joan, you
Short and
take
sweet.
care now.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And we'll be right back after this.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
At Freedom Village Assisted Living, we provide loving care and support when your loved one needs it most. We believe in laughing more and caring more. Dining will be an experience, not just a meal. We offer opportunities to create new memories. Your family will feel like they are part of our family as we work toward creating an extraordinary difference in lives worth living. To schedule a tour and complimentary lunch and for more information, please call us at 949-340-8108 or visit our website, freedomvillage.org.
It was just a get-together with friends. No big deal. Everybody felt fine. Now, I'm super sick. Everyone is sick. I just wish we had been more careful. It would have been easier than this. So wear a mask. Do what you can outside. Stay 6 feet apart. Because some things you just can't take back.
Do your part to lower the risk.
movie for today is Aquila and the Bee, and it is about an 11-year-old girl who is living in South Los Angeles and discovers she has a talent for spelling. And that will be shown today at 2 p.m. with subtitles and then 7 p.m. without subtitles, and that is brought to you by Hoag Hospital. Now let's go ahead and tell you about some other stuff that's going on. Now golf, if you are a member of golf, or if you like to play golf, you will now be able to get your tee time online. So all resident golfers must register by creating a user profile, and the management over there will email instructions to those who already have an email address on file. But if you don't have your email address on file, you can contact the Golf Pro Shop to register at 949-597-4336. Now let's talk to you a little bit about vaccine scams. Now the vaccine scams are, they're kind of scary, and it is very interesting that they're taking advantage of people just like any other time that they take advantage of you about holiday shopping or your Medicare. They are trying to get you to give them information. So you will know it's a scam if, one, they ask you to pay to put your name on a list to get the vaccine, or two, you are asked to, hey, you can pay to get early access to the vaccine. And another one is they're going to ask you for your social security number, a bank account, or a credit card number. Those are all scams, so don't fall for any of that, because it's just another way for them to, fault you out of or get you out of your money. So keep an eye out for those folks who are trying to scam you about the vaccine. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. It is lovely out, no clouds right now, so we're looking at beautiful skies through the weekend even. So there's no rain in sight, although we could use some rain. Partly sunny today, 71-49. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 74-52. Sunshine Wednesday and Thursday at a high of 78 on Thursday. And then Friday, nice and sunny, 77. And we are looking at a lovely weather weekend. And as we get close to that weekend, we'll share that information with you. All right, you can watch our rebroadcast at 12:30 and 5 today. We'll be here again tomorrow at 9 a.m., so join us then. Or, again, as I mentioned, you can watch the rebroadcast at 12:30 and 5. Have a great Monday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
In jail? Where?
Here in San Antonio, ma'am. I'm David's lawyer, and I'm trying to get him out of jail.
Well, what do you need me to do?
Why, $700, or better yet, send me a credit card number and I'll get him out of jail immediately.
When in doubt, hang up. Scammers will find family facts for an emotional effect.
Oh, can I talk to him?
I'm sorry, ma'am. He's in jail. If you want to get him out, you got to get me $700 immediately.
If at all in doubt, hang up. It could save you from financial ruin.
We consider hearing to be an essential part of your life. During this time of quarantine and isolation, you need to be hearing the best you can to understand how to stay safe and to hear your friends and family. Advanced Ear Care is offering service to everyone that needs help with their hearing aids, no matter where it was you purchased. If it's not working properly, please call for a free troubleshooting appointment. We even have hands-free, no-contact curbside service. There's no charge for this service. Advanced Ear Care is here to keep you hearing during these critical days.
Back. I'm Kiana Lee. With us today is Dr. Christine Chung of 7-Day Dental. She has great news for seniors. Doctor, why don't you tell us the exciting news?
Mom, we know there are many seniors living with tooth pain. 7-Day Dental is starting a new program called Seniors First. Seniors who are 65 years or older will get initial free exams and x-rays.
That is so nice, doctor. Call your nearest 7-Day Dental to get your 7-Day Dental smile.